All right, welcome back to my channel. I am the Space Luchador. Today, school time for men. Now I know, no one seems to like that I say that. As a matter of fact, I saw the what is that? The Joe Rogan and Terrence Howard with that Weinstein dude, right? And this is kind of relevant, right? If you made it this far and haven't clicked off already, right? Um, Howard is kind of going, Terrence, by that, he's kind of going through the same thing I'm going through. Now, I saw that whole um, podcast and I noticed Mr. Weinstein there getting offended, right? He offended for his colleagues, offended for the science, offended, period, and never once wanted to see what Howard actually had, right? Which is amazing to me. Hell, Joe himself sitting there in third person, he couldn't see it either. He would catch it here and there, but at the end of the day, Weinstein wasn't there to listen at all. He was there to explain to Howard to stop teaching, which is the same phenomenon, right, that I'm going through. When I try to explain this sort of stuff, right, and I'll get to my video in due time, when I try to explain some of this stuff to men, I get the same sorry ass reaction. Well, see, you're trying to tell me. Yes, yes, school time. I'm trying to tell you. Now, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm telling you, look at what I have. Listen to what I'm saying. Look at it and see if it works. But no, instead, I get the same treatment that Howard there got with Weinstein, right? Weinstein literally, every time he would try to show something, he's like, no, 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 we're not doing this. Because, see, you need, and why the hell, right, does Terrence there have to change his ways so that anybody else listening to him listens? Why? Why? Why is it always that way? Why do I have to change how I am, right? So that you're going to listen. That's actually the principle about being a man. I'm not about to change so that your sorry ass can listen to me. Like, what the hell? First of all, there's the problem right there. I'm not here telling you to change. I'm showing you, right, the answers. You could take them, leave them. That's kind of what happened. But anyways, I went on a rant. Today's video, right? Should have started with that, huh? Anyways, today's kind of that example, right, that I gave there in that rant is the exact same thing that I'm going to show you today if you even care, because for some reason, right, no one seems to want to listen. But, anyways, for those few that do, right, you're going to learn a thing or two. Now, this ain't to be condescendent, right, or that I'm the shit. No, just showing you the ropes. That's all. The difference, right? The mindset. But here we go. Let's start with the first one. All right.
If you expect the world to be fair with you, because you are fair, that's like expecting the lion not to eat you, because you didn't eat him.
And there it is, right? Number one for today, as a lesson, understand that this is what's going on right here, right? If you expect the world to be fair with you, right? Because you're fair, your ass is done. It's a wrap, because that's literally what is this? Pro quo or whatever the hell, right? It's literally you do this for me because I did this for you. Now, when this is applied, right, literally to women, you're doing it all wrong. That's not how it works, right? Now, for you to understand that even better, right, that's why it says expecting the lion not to eat you because you didn't eat him. That's stupid. Instead, right, and this is the lesson I'm telling you, right, understand what you're dealing with. If you're sitting there looking at the lion, who you should already know, the lion eats meat. That's all he eats. And what are you if not a fleshy ass bag of meat and fat, right? And other shit. But at the end of the day, meat, then don't expect the lion not to eat your sorry ass, literally, because you didn't eat him. That's and I know it sounds stupid, right? But that's at the level, literally, that you got to explain some of this stuff to certain people. I hate to say, right now, this is where I lose a couple of viewers here and there, but hey, this is what it is. If you ain't man enough to take the criticism, then hey, you're gonna need more help than me. All right. But anyway, let's move on to number 2 here. I guess we got a list.
You will never be who you want to be until you are happy with who you are.
There it is. That's the paradox. Now, you gotta understand, this one's hard because what is this saying, right? It's literally saying you're not gonna reach what you want to be until you literally accept what you already are. Right? That is the paradox because, in most people's mind, right? In this case, I'm going to use people, but to be more specific, guys, men can't seem to understand the great paradox, right? That in order for you to become this thing that you want to be, you have to already accept who you are, which basically means this. I'm going to translate it for you, right? It means understand who you are and what you were meant to be. You are already what you want to be. That's the paradox, right? That is the paradox. That's the little loop. You're chasing something, right? And you miss the point that you already are. Now, what does this mean, right? Well, I'll give you me, for example, right? I was never this man that I am today until I realized that I am the man. I was already the man, but I was lost in the sauce, right? Thinking that I needed all sorts of shit, when in reality, I needed to know who I was. Does that make sense? Right? You understand that now? I needed to know who I was, the true me, accept what I am, and at the level that I am. Only then did I realize that hell, I am the man, and all I needed to learn was to control it. So there you go. That's number 2, right? Let's go to number 3.
Work as if you were to live 1,000 years. Play as if you were to die tomorrow.
There it is. It cannot get any, man. It cannot get any more beautiful and simpler than this. And I know this is where I lose a lot of subscribers, right? And a lot of people. Because I always tell them, right? Even women at this point, right? I tell them, hey, life is not that hard. Here's the instruction right there in this simple quote. There it is. There it is. And they always look at me like, oh, so you think you figured it out? You think you know everything? Why do you know everything? The world is more complicated. And I get the big ass speech about how no one understands and nobody can figure it out. And after all millions and millions of years, right? I, little old me, Space Luchador, you have the answer, right? You have it. And then they refuse to fucking listen, right? And that's where we're at. But anyways, let me explain this, right? Work as if you were to live 1,000 years. Now, what does that mean, right? It means you have to want to live 1,000 years, right? Meaning your work has to mean something, right? Because you're looking for the long run, right? That's what that means. Long run. That's the work part, meaning it'll never end. Spoiler alert. Remember this game that I talk about? The big chest, right? Playing with women. It'll never end. That's why you must work as if it's not going to end, as if you had 1,000 years, right? So don't worry about it. You got plenty of time. That's the point. Now, part 2 here for this quote, right? Play as if you were to die tomorrow. Now, what does that mean? It means play. Understand the key word play, the difference between work. All right? On one hand, you got work, which means it's task, right? It's a task, something you got to do. It might necessarily be fun. However, on the other hand, you got play. Play as if you were to die tomorrow. Now, what does that mean? That means enjoy the damn thing, process, right? So, on one hand, which is actually the same hand, because that's what I'm trying to tell you, right? You got the process, the work that is involved, right, in this game of chess. And then you got the actual game. Fuse it. Play. What are you doing? Play as if you got no tomorrow. What does that mean? You enjoy it because it's the last damn thing you're going to do. So there you go, right? Now I know I say it like it's so damn simple, and it is once you actually get it and understand, right? Which is the point of my videos. But there you go, right? So I hope this gives you a little bit of clarity, gives you a little bit of more of understanding about my videos, right? Yes, it's not that damn entertaining, right? Yes, this is a whole new concept out there in the internet. Yes, this is next level, which is why this is the way it is, right? Yes, you may not like the damn messenger, which is myself, the graphics, whatever the hell it is, but here it is, right? If you are interested in this stuff, you want to learn how to catch women, quote, quote, fish. You want to learn how to fish. You want to be good at the game. You want to be successful, right? You want to enjoy the finer things in life. This is it. This is it. You found the place, right? So I suggest you subscribe, like, shares, all the good stuff, right? And trust me, these are literally the answers, right? Now, that ain't me to promote myself as I'm the shit or anything like that, but this is it. I worked it out, trust me, right? You can put this stuff against anybody's stuff, and you will see very quickly that this is it, right? This is the answer. It really is. What else? What else can you get out of this, huh? What comeback does anybody out there have to this, to that? What are you gonna say? Other than maybe something negative, right? Which proves my point even more. But there you go, right? Um. So yeah, I'll see you on the next man's point of view.